but he's sawn off about that much on the mattress and then has stapled it back together again.
Amazing.
And it just makes so much difference.
Of course it does, because a mattress is a very carefully designed object.
Yeah, you wouldn't think so though, would you?
Well, you would if you had a fucking brain in your nut.
Someone took his brain out of his worry hole? Oh, God. He saw the mattress in half. So we decided to sleep tops and tails. It just gets stranger.
So strange. Why?
He did it to make the room nicer with the cupboards on either side.
So he sawed a mattress in half.
Well, not in half.
Can you imagine how much hard it must be to saw a mattress in half? What did he use? What, a big electric saw?
Well, it must have been, yeah, because there's a lot of springs and stuff in there.
Jesus.
So what happens to the springs? They just spring out the side?
Well, some sort of stick out a little bit, but you're not lying on top, are you? They come out the side. So it's just got a bit of gaffer tape and a staple gun.
Unbelievable.
Hey, man alive. It's like...
Does he run it as a hotel? That's unbelievable.
There are squats with better bedding arrangements.
Well, we've had a bit of a bad thing in our house about mattresses and that, because when we first bought our first flat in Salford, you know what it's like when you buy somewhere, you sort of, you haven't got any money, have you, to buy extra stuff that you need. So we bought a bed, right, but there's that rip-off thing with beds where you buy a bed but a mattress doesn't come with it, which I've never understood that, because it's not a bed, is it? Without that mattress it's not a bed, it's a car without an engine. You wouldn't go, there you go, well that seems cheap, well, there's no engine in it. So we bought this like, you know, flat and what have you. We bought the bed, and then we haven't got a mattress. So my dad got one from Uncle Alf. No, well, from that Uncle Alf fella, because he had one in his van that he used to use now and again if he was like travelling round. He'd just keep in the back on this mattress.
Amazing.
A bloke who drove around in a van with a mattress in the back.
So Uncle Alf, right? Well, tell me about Uncle Alf.
Well, you know about him as the one who slept in a dinghy.
Because his mattress was in his car.
Yeah, why didn't he go? Oh, well, Alf, where's the bed? Left it in the car again. Oh, blow up the dinghy. Blow up the dinghy. I'm not going to go out and get it. Not at this time of night.
So anyway, my dad got me his mattress, and it just stunk of diesel. And Suzanne was like, "Oh, I'm not happy with this," and I think she realised sort of what sort of family
she got herself into.
Stuff. Wow, she landed on her feet when she got you.
So now she's always a bit touchy about, you know, mattresses and things.
Unbelievable.
Uncle Alf, of course, sadly passed away when he couldn't escape from his sinking ship.
The fire engines were too late. No one got out of the way because they were laughing so much.
The mad woman next door saw me and said, "Hello, Clive. You live in a nursery rhyme. The old man down the road, the old woman next door's mum's a witch, Uncle Alf who lives in a dinghy."
This is not a real place. It's like fucking Narnia.
It's a children's TV programme.
Unbelievable. Oh, God. Oh, just all of them there on this broken mattress trying to find the golden ticket. Oh, God. Oh, God.
The old fella down the road talked to my dad a bit. He kept bees in the back garden.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Here comes the bee man.
His Yorkie dog was knocking about when he was messing with them, and it ended up getting stung 150 times.
Oh, little bastard! What is he doing?
It's not dead, but it cost a lot to get all the stings out. I don't know why people keep dangerous pets and insects. The amount of gear he had to wear to play with them is balmy. I don't think he's playing with the bees.
He's not playing with them, is he?
Well, what is he doing then?
Well, I don't know, but I think you should get the dog the same protection.
Yeah, but that's just it, isn't it? It's like you can't mix your pets. If you've got a snake, you don't have a mouse. Do you know what I mean? They don't get on. And it's the same with them. Don't have bees. I can't imagine one bit of enjoyment. The only thing he does is the honey. And it's like, well, how much is that to buy? It's not worth messing about wearing a big white suit just to get some honey. There's a shop down the road.
Bees are kept for a very good reason, aren't they?
What?
For honey.
Yeah, no, but like I say, you can buy honey for next to nothing.
Where do you think... What do you mean? But where does the honey come from that you buy?
Yeah, from some proper bee farm. Let them do it. All he's doing, he's not making loads of pots of honey. He's looking after him feeder.
No, it doesn't, no.
So get 10 bees.
Yeah.
Get the honey made. Kick them out.
But you eat the honey, that's the point.
Yeah, I know, but
it doesn't. You can't eat it and then it's still there in the jar. It's not magical. Maybe in your world,
no.
Uncle Fred had that never-ending jar of honey.
But how much honey do you eat? What I'm saying is, it's one of them things in it that you buy, and you can move into a new house, buy some honey, and when you leave that house, that honey's still in the cupboard. You don't eat that much of it. So get 10 bees, get your honey's worth.
10 bees! Imagine keeping 10 bees!
Well, just get them to do the graft. If you got loads of bees, they're not all pulling the weight, are they? Because they'll go, well, I'm not doing any, because I'll leave it to the others. Whereas if you've got 10 bees, you know that none of them are pulling the weight if there's no honey. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not a workhouse. Bees don't knock around saying, I got a bad back.
Anyway, back to this reading from the Twits. The news covered a story about a fish that knocked about 400 million years ago. It was 33 feet long and had a jaw strong enough to eat a shark in one go. All the dangerous stuff seems to die out, and yet things that you think wouldn't stand a chance, like worms, are still here, yet they have no legs or eyes. I saw a future human in the news article the other month about the future woman. She had 3 breasts. It looked alright.
Well, no, that's not. I can't see how that's going to ever evolve.
No, well, they say about how about evolving and that. I read that there's going to be ugly people. People are starting to go ugly.
Yeah, they're still going to have bilateral symmetry, I imagine.
I don't know what that means, but
Well,
I'll tell you now, right?
Well,
They're talking about like people who are just like, you know, you look at them and you go, oh, look at the state of that, right? And it'll get to a point when we're all so ugly that no one will have it away, and we're just going to die out.
well, that's not true either. That's not true either.
That is the biggest worry.
Well, no. So
That's the world's biggest
So as
worry.
we evolve and we change, our mindset doesn't change. We're still going. Oh, I wish we looked like they did a million years ago. I don't fancy anything.
No, but look how things do change.
But why are we all going to get ugly? I don't understand.
It's just the air and stuff, isn't it? It's just
The air or
yeah,
the
just,
hair?
you know, the air that we breathe and stuff, and the food we eat. Everything's changing, and we're not going to look that healthy, and we're just all going to go ugly. You've only got to look at some stuff that's in the sea, and you think, look at the state of that. And that's because
do with the human evolution.
But the stuff
Because
in the
they've been
sea is
around
still
longer.
propagating.
Yeah, but they've been around longer than us.
But it's still reproducing, so your theory falls down.
But they're deep down, aren't they, in the dark, so they probably can't see what they're having it away with. If they were up on the outside, they'd have died out ages ago.
Why? Because they wouldn't fancy the other stonefish or
Yeah, because they're
sea
really
slug.
odd looking. I can't remember the name. I think it was a viper or something. It was just a head.
But Carl, the
A fish
reason...
that's just a head. It was well ugly.
Watched a programme about the twins this morning. It was filmed 16 years ago. They are mental. They did everything together, including the vacking up. Phone calls had to happen twice so they could both have the same chat, and they said the same stuff at the same time. Well weird. The bloke who I watched it with, I don't know who that is, just some homeless guys that you just invited into the
No,
flat?
just someone I've been sort of working with.
To a mate of yours. He said he fantasised about having it away with a pair of twins. I don't see the point in this. If you're going to have 2 of something, I would prefer to have 2 different. Have 2 different women. If I had 2 cars, I wouldn't have the same one twice. Same rule with women. I don't even normally like buying the same pair of trainers twice in a row.
No, if you're going to have something new, make a change. It's like that fella who was going out with a woman and then left her and went out with a twin sister. Not worth it.
Not worth it!
It's not worth the upheaval, is it? Because it's exactly the same model.
I watched the final of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. It was between singer Jason Donovan, singer Mylene Klass, and singer Matt out of a boy band. I had my money on Donovan, but Matt won it. I think it was because of his last task. He ate a fisheye, some grubs, a big fat insect that they have on every year, a crocodile knob, and a kangaroo anus. I feel like we've come there, Rick, to where we entered.
It was this time last year when we first started the podcast that we were talking about I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, and you coined the famous phrase I could eat a knob at night.
Yeah.
So it's full circle. It's just the last series finished recently, and it was astounding that he ate a crocodile knob, he ate a crocodile eye, he chewed up and swallowed a kangaroo's anus, which I to be honest, I didn't know was a food stuff. Could you eat any of that?
If I had to eat any of them, it would have to be the anus.
What, really?
Yeah, more than the other stuff. I couldn't eat anything that's still alive.
No, I
'cause,
agree.
I
I
think
couldn't
it's
eat
a bit-
any of that. I
bit
don't know under what circumstances I'd have to go, right, that's it now, we're not going to survive, the ship isn't coming, there is nothing on this island I can eat, give me the crocodile's penis.
So it wouldn't bother me. I could eat anything. I could do almost all of the challenges on that programme, but I couldn't cope in the camp. I couldn't cope with the lack of food and the uncomfortable bed. That's all that would do my head, and I'd drive people spare, whinging and complaining.
I couldn't cope with any aspect of it except the physical challenges. I couldn't cope with sleeping with people snoring, the things crawling over you. I'm not so squeamish about that, like snakes and things. That's all right. But the eating is ridiculous. It's out of the question to eat a worm or a grub.
It doesn't concern me. I don't know why. I don't see really what the difference in it. The texture's probably the same as lots of other things.
What would hunger do to you, though? Do you think? Would you think I would change? Do you think if it really was a choice, if someone said, and I knew I would die if I didn't eat worms?
I think you would. Yes, I think you'd complain and you'd whinge for a while, and you'd try and put it off, and you'd hope a ship would turn up. But when it didn't, you'd start chowing down on a bit of crocodile anus.
But then where's the rest of the crocodile?
Well, yeah, that's a good
who's
point.
been eating that? How come I've got this? You're meant to work together as a team in bad time, and yet I'm being handed an anus. Forget it. Let me starve.
Well, thanks for listening. That was the Christmas podcast. We should say the winner of the last competition we did. They can win the podcast book and Flanimals and the extras book that's out, still available,
all available,
and the CD.
The three CD set of the best of the podcast.
Yeah,
is that right? Series 1.
Brand new. If you haven't got that, get out. Maybe you've got some record tokens.
Yeah, if you've got record tokens or book tokens, those are the perfect things to spend them on.
Or £50 from your auntie.
Exactly.
So go and buy one of those. And the winner was Stephanie Prow from the Wirral.
Well done, Steph.
Well done. Well, thank you to Positive Internet, the guys that host this podcast. That's the end. It's the end of the Christmas podcast and the end of this team for a little while.
Yeah.
It's been great. So it's goodbye from me, Ricky Gervais. Goodbye from Stephen Merchant.
Goodbye and Happy New Year.
And goodbye from Carl Pilkington. Alright, that was alright, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's good. It's alright. What are you doing now? You got time for a coffee or something?
I can't now. I'm going to the the orphanage for terminally ill kids.
Oh yeah.
I'm going down there. I'll go down there every Christmas and
do you?
Entertain them.
Oh well, I bet that's lovely for them.
Yeah, no, I've actually written a song. I'm going to perform. They see The Office and see that I sing in that.
You've written a song for them?
Yeah.
Well, could we hear a bit? I mean, what? I don't want to put you on the spot, but you've got the guitar there, isn't it?
Yeah. Hold on. I wrote this for a kid. He's a brave little guy. He's only about 10, but it's heartbreaking. Don't cry, it's Christmas. Santa's coming soon. Though you ain't got a mommy or daddy, Santa still loves you, and he's riding on his reindeer to trample down the gloom. So don't cry, it's Christmas, Santa's coming soon. Don't cry, it's Christmas, Santa's feeling kind. Though you know you'll never see him, he's not just in your mind. And it's not that he's invisible, it's because you're going blind. So don't cry, it's Christmas, Santa's feeling kind. Don't cry, it's Christmas, Santa's on his way. Though he's got a billion children, and he's only got one day, you've got slightly less than that. If I were you, I'd pray. But don't cry, it's Christmas, and it sounds a little gay. Oh, isn't that be quite moving for everyone?
Yeah, I would ask you now to not play that song.
Oh no, too late now, they expect me.
But I'm not sure it's going to be as well received as you perhaps hope.
I think that's better than any gift, and I don't really want to give gifts because they're expensive.
Sure.
The Ricky Gervais Show on Guardian Unlimited.
Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, and with us,
Carl Dilkington.
This is the worst chair I've ever sat on, and I've sat on some fucking chairs in my life.
Yeah. Right, are we started?
One.
Are we ready? Are we recording?
Yeah.
Ready? Hello and welcome to a brand new series. What?
It's ridiculous.
I was getting it all fired up.
Excited and motivated.
What are you talking about?
One. It just seems a bit loud, that.
Well, you should have sorted that out. Look at that. Look at this, Carl.
This is a shambles, mate.
This is a...
People have paid good money for this.
Carl, are we ready now?
Yeah.
Well, come back here then. We're doing a podcast, you dopey bald twat.
What are you doing?
Right, go on. We'll just
There's
go
that-
with it.
What are you up to?
Fucking Davros.
Hello. Yeah. I'll just sit like that.
Right, okay, ready?
It was your problem.
Oh, Jesus.
Just this carpet.
Right, ready?
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to a brand new series of the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Ricky Gervais.
Hello.
Well, no.
I was so excited to say hello.
Okay. Hello and welcome to a brand new series of the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant,
Hello.
and the little round-headed shaven chimp that is Carl Pilkington.
Alright.
The boys are back in town.
What concerns me, is this the tail end of the last series of podcasts, or is this a brand new comeback? What I mean is this Take That, when Robbie Williams had left, they sort of limped on with a couple more songs and then called it an end? Or is this the triumphant return of Take That?
This is, I think we're like a great rock group who's just been away for a couple of years doing their fifth album.
Right.
Is it the fifth?
The
It was,
mediocre
yeah.
fifth album.
Yeah, we've done 1, 2, 3 series. We did the specials, which is like a 4th series. Yeah, this is like the 5th series. Here it is, the 5th series of podcasts. So we can't call it podcasts because they're all first, then charge for them. Because in the past we've given away free. Oh, and then we put them on iTunes, a back catalogue. You can buy them if you missed out on the last year when they were free for a year. Now you can pay £1. People are complaining. Last time we gave it away for free, like a year later we sort of put it up there. People can buy it. They're going, oh, this was once free. Well, yeah, it was once free. So we did our bit. We gave it to you for free, and now we're charging for everybody to get. You should have bought it for free. We can't do any more. If everyone did that, it would just be a better world, wouldn't it? Give it away for free maybe, and then charge for it if you're too late. So we're not even going to give this one away for free, because they annoyed us, didn't they, Carl?
Yeah, a little bit.
We actually did a bit of planning for this as well. We thought we're going straight to a paid audiobook. Let's plan it. Let's not just come in here and shambles. We've booked a studio. We're in a nice little studio in West London. Our own little... It's all to ourselves, isn't it? We're just...
Look at the chairs.
Yeah, Steve didn't get a good chair, but...
Yeah, I got a rubbish chair. Look how big I am. I'm a giant sat on a kiddie's chair. And you've got... Look at you, you're almost half asleep. As usual. Carl, I don't know why you need a good chair.
What do you mean?
Why do you need a good comfy chair? Look how you're sat.
This is
You can be perched on a stool, you can be perched on a box. Why don't we swap chairs?
Well, why do you want to? What's wrong with you?
Because look at it!
Is this how you normally behave? Do you always get your own way at home? Is this how it is?
Yes, in my house I do normally sit in a chair that I find comfy.
Will you be happy if I swap chairs?
Yes,
I had to get him a special chair. I bought some chairs for the office. I bought them. He went, oh, don't like this one. So I went and got him another one. It was actually cheaper than the one he had. He said, yeah, I like that more.
Well, there you are. That's a lovely happy ending. You ended up saving
I didn't give him a
money.
happy ending. I did not give him a happy ending. He just sat there and we worked. There was no happy
If
ending
you get this, will you
involved.
be happy?
I think I would be happy.
What do you mean
certainly.
think? It's like Goldilocks. Are you going to be happy with this or not?
Why don't you let me try it on for size and see how we get on?
This is... I feel guilty charging for this.
Well, let's just try
How's
it.
that, sir? Is that okay?
That's a nice chair, actually.
Well, you're going to move the
That's a
chair, so you're going to
lovely
sit... Hold on, it's the whole dynamic.
No, I'm going to move the chair. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
you got to. I can't. You can't. It's got to be me and Steve one side and the little round twonk the other. There you go. Right. Okay, we're going to start any minute now. We had a little cup of coffee. There's some Kit Kat in the fridge, isn't there? We thought we'd feed Carl a little Kit Kat later. Because he's there, he's sort of pressing the buttons, he's keeping an eye on the computer and everything, and it's like a doctor. A doctor doesn't swab his own forehead, so what I'll do is I'll get a little Kit Kat later, I'll dunk it in Carl's tea, and then I'll feed him a little Kit Kat.
Look forward to that.
Yeah. How fussy was Carl as well with the tea? He talks about you with the chairs. He was looking what tea bags they were. I went, oh, PG tips. Oh, okay.
It's a bit strong, PG.
I can't believe you've got favourite tea bag.
What's your favourite tea bag?
Twinings English breakfast.
Can you really tell the difference?
Yeah, I can. I've done like a little test on it because my mate was saying, "Oh, it's rubbish. It's all in your head." And he had a selection of tea bags. We had nothing else going on. He said, "Right, what I'm going to do? I'm going to make 3 teas." And he used Tetley, PG, Twinings. Straight away, I got the Twinings. Straight away.
Party time.
Yeah.
Party time in the Pilkington household.
Oh, man alive.
Oh, when was this? How old were you?
Oh, it was just going back a few months. I was like a Jilly Goulden, just sort of having a little. You can tell by the smell of a PG because it's strong tea. That very strong. Twinings is quite fresh and light. Tetley was just the one in the middle.
Can they get their money back if they have paid for this? Can they get their money back? And
I
just
like my money back.
Illegally download it with the
This
people
isn't
that.
for the thing, is it? We're just having a chat.
Oh, we can tell, like the tea bags, we can tell the quality podcasting from the rubbish, can we?
We'll take this out. If this is still in, then it didn't go well. Right then. So let's start now. Let's start.
Let's concentrate.
So, episode 1, I thought what we'd do is maybe go over some of the things that have happened since we met, as it's the final series. We met in about 2002. I thought we could think about how the world's changed in those 7 years. 7 years.
Well, certainly the big news is the endless threat of terror.
Terror, the war on terror, that had kicked in when we met Carl all those years ago. When I walked into that room, we were given this little, what I at first I thought was a little slack-jawed gimp, sort of techno kid. It turned out that he wasn't very technical either.
Didn't even have that.
No, didn't even have that, just a gimp. And he opened his mouth and we thought, we've struck gold here. This is like a vein of pure idiocy. So that was going on. Podcasting hadn't been invented. That's new, isn't it?
You were very much a pioneer, if you don't mind me saying, Rick.
Thanks, mate. The iPod, we've talked about the iPod. Carl not impressed. I think it's just an amazing piece of
No,
design.
it is. It's good.
Yeah.
I've always said it's good. Now I've got one. I was listening to it on the way here.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is,
How many songs have you got on it? Because you said there's only about 3 songs you'd want to hear.
well, what I've probably got about 400 on it now.
That's right.
But there's no sort of filler. I don't just go putting full albums on it.
No.
I handpick.
Yeah.
But what's odd is I find that I'm sort of buying stuff that I wouldn't normally buy if it was only on record, which is good but bad because I've got a lot of clutter now. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you said you haven't. You said you haven't got a
I
filler.
thought you were cherry picking.
No, but what I'm saying is, like
on.
yesterday I bought some Dr. Hook.
When was the last time I thought, I'll tell you what I haven't heard for a while, Dr. Hook.
Well, I heard it and I thought, oh, I used to like that one. My mum used to have that one on when she was doing the Sunday dinner. I thought, I like
What
that.
one? What did you used to have on?
Dr. Hook.
What, every Sunday?
Well, it's just, that's the memory I've got of it.
I'm cooking the turkey, put the Dr. Hook on.
It just always on. And some other country western singer.
My mum was Jim Reeves. She always put Jim
Yeah,
Reeves
she liked
on.
Jim Reeves.
Yeah, I like Jim Reeves.
My parents didn't like music. Silence.
Oh no.
In my house. It was constantly never put record on.
Oh,
Wow.
At our house, Suzanne does her head in when she comes round to mum and dad's house because there's music on in every room, all different. And my mum's got into this fella called Roger Fender or something, some country western singer, and it's on all the time on loop, the same song. You said the sheep across the road has started to sort of hum to it. It's on that much.
Brilliant. Think of looking over and seeing some sheep humming.
No, it's
Roger
just,
Fender, whoever he is.
I think that's his name, but yeah. So I bought some Dr. Hook, and what I'm saying
What
is,
did you buy? What Dr. Hook did you buy?
it's called If Not You. It's called.
Oh yeah. Good, yeah.
And I wouldn't have bought that if I had to go to a record shop and
Well, no, it wouldn't be available. They'd go, what are you talking about, mate? Have you got that one, like, mate, can you leave the store?
Well, yeah, but that's a good thing, isn't it, now that you're being opened up to a whole different...
yeah, but it's that
sphere
thing
music.
of just
That's
buying.
what excites me most, the
Exactly.
back catalogue that you can, without trying to go
it's
into
good,
it.
but I'm just saying that that's what happens, isn't it? If you've got a space for something, you fill it, and that's the problem. If my iPod wasn't an iPod and it was a cassette, Dr. Hook wouldn't be on it.
It wouldn't feature.
He wouldn't be on the cassette. Elvis would be.
Yeah, just the big boys.
What's wrong with having a space and filling it? I mean, there's a space between your ears. We'd love to fill that, but...
Just because it's normally stuff you don't need if you've got too much space and you're filling it. It's like Ricky's house. You've got stuff in there now that you wouldn't have had in a smaller flat. You've got dead owls and stuff like that.
Right.
Dead owls? Why are you buying dead owls?
No, it's an antique thing. It's an antique stuffed owl, and I was assured it died of natural causes of old age, and then
Sure,
this,
yeah, it
this
looked in
birth.
good nick. It didn't look upset.
But dead owls suggest that they just fly into the room and I just leave them there.
No.
That they crack their head.
But what-
on
You're
the
just sat
chimney.
in your dressing gown constantly drinking gin.
Jade, another dead owl. Clean up. Feed it to the cat. Feed it to the puma.
But that's what I'm saying. I haven't got room for a live owl. Never mind a dead one. So that's the difference, and that's the same with an iPod, isn't it? With an iPod, because you've got so many gig, you go, what will I have? Well,
Yeah, but
just
Ricky's
back it up.
not sat at home looking at an empty space in his flat thinking, I need to fill that with something.
I think he would be. What would be there? If that dead owl wasn't there, what would you put there?
But you've picked on one thing. You've picked on one.
Well, that's all you
small...
can do. I'm just picking on an example. What else do you want me to pick? I'm just saying I have not got room for a dead owl. So I'd never look at one in a shop. I'd go, I'm not going to buy that because I haven't got the space for it.
But why are you obsessed with someone trying to pressure you into getting this dead owl? I mean, it seems a weird thing to shout. I have not got space for a dead owl.
No, but if I had an urge to see a dead owl,
Right.
Natural History Museum, loads of them.
Right.
I've never seen one and gone, I wish I didn't have to go to the museum, I want one in my house. That to me is like, right, Suzanne, have we got everything? Have we got a dishwasher? Yeah. Washer dryer? Yeah. Ironing board? Yeah. Right. There's better space there. Is there anything you want? Then, if it's like, dead owl? Alright, we've got the room for it. But the way we're living now, we've definitely not got room for a dead owl. That's all I was saying. And to me, a dead owl...
I'd like this to be part of estate agent's patter, and there's a lovely space there for you can fit in about 7 dead owls. They don't do it by square footage anymore. It's 6,000 dead owls. You idiot.
Well, yeah, I'm still not convinced by this idea of this space has got to be filled. You know, people just choose to buy things and fill up their house with those things because they give them pleasure.
Most things we've got are junk. If you didn't have junk, all you'd have is a cooker, a bath, maybe a sink, a bed, and that would be it. But anything else, a television, isn't necessary, is it?
You seem to think that people should live like, you know, kind of 19th century mining community.
Well, no, but like a few years ago, people worked this out, didn't they? They all went minimalistic because they said
what?
Say what?
minimalistic,
So one more time.
minimalistic.
No. What letter are you starting with in that word?
M.
Okay.
Where are you going on from there?
Minimum. Well, it must be minimum.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's what that.
Minimalistic.
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 No. You're
Well,
popping...
you know what I mean.
No, wait. You're popping in an M where there should be an N.
Minimalistic.
You put in 2 M's when there should be one hum. Right? Minimalistic.
Minimalistic.
Yeah.
Wow! Woo!
Right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone.
That's the end of the first episode.
It's gone well. So anyway, a couple of years back, everyone went.
Yeah, that was
minimalistic.
the trend, wasn't it? But we've gone back to being
Clutteristic.
The way I live, like I've said to you before, it's the old 3-month rule. If something's not used over 3 months, chuck it out because it's not needed.
So suitcases.
What's the that? Yeah.
Suitcase.
No, he uses a suitcase every 2 weeks. He's off all the time.
Most stuff. Most stuff. Clothes.
What if you don't wear a piece of clothing within 3 months? It's gone.
Well, why haven't I wore it in 3 months?
Well, because maybe it's a suit or a tuxedo, and you've not been to any fancy balls.
I don't have any clothes like that. I wear the same things anyway.
I throw clothes away every 3 months because I get too fat for them.
So, you know.
But it does seem to me the way you talk, it's like you want to live, as I say, like some kind of 19th century pauper with a big tin bath in the lounge in the one room in your house and all the family bathe in it. And yet you wouldn't be happy with
Well,
that, would you?
maybe. Well, have I told you before about that's something I said when I was younger.
What did you say?
When I was younger, I think I was having a bath or something, and I said to my mum, "Oh, remember when I was in like that tin bath in front of the fire?" She went, "What?" And now that's strange, isn't it? That you're saying I'd be happier with that back then. So it's like that was my past life.
Well, hang on.
Whoa,
We haven't finished yet.
whoa. What do you mean?
Your mum said what you're talking about. You said.
How old were you?
I must have been a kid if I'm having a bath and my mum sat there.
Well, yeah.
Well, I don't know how you operate.
I assume you were, but how old?
Must have had time to have a bath. As you get older, you don't have as much time, do you? So I'd say 5.
I love the fact that after 5 he didn't have time to have a bath.
No, it's
He's
just
so busy. Carl, we've read your diary. One day it was simply went to the cobblers and back.
No, but
so you had time to have about 19 baths.
No, but as you get older, you sort of go, I haven't got time to sit in a bath.
When have you ever been too busy to have a bath? 1, you're never busy. 2, how can you be too busy to wash? It's like saying too busy to eat. Breathe. Got to breathe last night. Why? I had a bit of work to do. What point are you making?
So I'm just saying.
This is not an anecdote.
You said that I'd be happier back in 1800s or whatever.
But what are you saying that you didn't really have a bath in front of the fire?
You
Yeah,
mean this was a glimpse of a past life, is what you think?
Yes.
This is just such a non-point. This is just nothing. If you'd said, well, then I went off to see one of those people who regresses you, and although it was a load of old bollocks, he regressed me, and it turns out I was the king of Sheba.
I love those things, people. Everyone thinks they've lived before, right? Did I tell you that there was a documentary about these people in Los Angeles that they'd lived before and they'd come back and they did a come as you were party. So they went as the people in their previous life. All of them famous.
Of course they were.
Kings, queens, leaders of men. Not as I was a stable hand, I forget my name. Right, 2 Napoleons, one of them's lying. I mean, absolute twaddle. We're talking about things that have happened since we met. We've done podcasting, we've done the iPod, we've dismissed that. See, Carl, when he disses all these great inventions and design, when he says you don't need them, it's just faffing, what he means is he's a little bit annoyed that no one's picked up on his ideas, like the clippable mat for the mug, or, I don't know, cat mops. It wasn't yours, nor was the tie, was it? The stupid tie. What's that? What's the one about the tie? The tie that had a pocket.
Loads of pockets. But I didn't come up with that. That's something I saw somewhere. It never caught on. I've never seen anyone wearing one yet. It's such a good...
It's not a good idea. It's like having a carrier bag round your neck. It doesn't make any sense. It's a tie packed with stuff. You want to...
Imagine...
Alright, Frank, nice tie. What you got in there? Baguette. It's ridiculous.
But imagine the day that the tie was invented. There you go. Do you want a tie? What do you do with it? Put it around your neck. What for? No.
Well, I'll tell you.
What?
Because you haven't invented buttons yet and it keeps your shirt together at the top.
Well, alright then. Right. We've invented buttons. Are we going to stop making these ties? No. Why?
He's got you there,
There you
Rick.
go. Now, I'm saying, what are you doing with that tie around your neck? Oh, it's a pocket tie. It's a what? It's a pocket tie. What do you mean? It's got pockets in it. Oh, that's weird. What
So I've got pockets in my jacket.
Yeah, no, but hang on a minute. It's a hot day, innit? Don't want to put your jacket on.
Or a tie.
Well, if you're going to wear a jacket, wear a tie. Leave the
No, I'm
jacket
not
at
wearing a
home.
jacket. I'm wearing a shirt. Got a nice
Give it a purpose. If you're going to wear something, give it a purpose. Everything has a purpose. A tie at the moment is just round your neck, keeping you hot. If you're going to be hot, carry something. Hands free. And everything's always there. A bag, put stuff in a bag, you put a bag down, you forget it. I always forget bags, that's why I don't like carrying them. You pop it down, you get up, you walk off, oh, where's the bag? A tie, when you go in a cafe or something for beans on toast, you don't take your tie off. I don't wear a tie. I would if it had pockets.
Carl!
The country would look smarter.
Right, you have pockets, so what are you carrying in this pocket?
I have got spare change,
Yeah, okay.
which...
You're rattling around like a cow in Switzerland, just like...
I've got spare change, I've got like my debit card in there.
Right,
Maybe got me little front door key in one of the pockets.
okay.
Pair of scissors if you want.
Amazing. That's
whatever.
safe, isn't it?
Oh, that's a good place to put it, just around the heart area.
Yeah, and then near the throat. Facing upwards. Brilliant. Carl, think what you're saying. So when you're on the beach and you just got your Speedos on, pop a tie on, go to the shop with a pop a tie on.
Well, no, you wear it in the appropriate times, but I'm just saying if you're going to wear a tie, let's make it useful. Let's give it a purpose.
Don't wear a tie, it's alright. You do not need a tie with pockets. If you're wearing a tie, you've got clothes with pockets.
And it's going to be weighing your neck down. Come on,
It's
John.
not
Don't go
practical.
mad. If you're carrying anything big, you buy the scarf version.
What else has happened since we met? 2002. Gay marriages. That's kicked in. Thoughts?
They've happened. Are
Yeah.
they popular though? I mean,
Well, amongst gay people who want to get married, they're very popular, I imagine.
what's the point of it?
You know, I suppose they want to feel that there's an equality.
But is it just one of them things where they wanted it because they can't have it? Do you know what I mean?
I think any excuse for a fancy dress. They like to dress up. They love a press tent.
See, I just don't understand that. Whose name do they use? Whose surname do they go with?
I don't know.
There's a problem. Just creating problems. I always say that. Any problem solved is a new problem made.
Gobbledygook. Any problem solved is a new problem made.
Yeah. Like I said that time when I was in hospital, and I remember in the 80s everyone was going, "Oh, there's not enough hospital beds" and all that. When I was in hospital with kidney stones.
Yeah.
Loads of beds, not enough pillars. So that's the way it works. It's sorted out the bed problem. They give me a bed at night. I was going, I haven't got a pillar. He had to go off and get one. Brought it back. It was still warm.
Oh, that has been brilliant.
Under a bed head. So that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like you get all the beds. New problem. Where's the pillars? Don't solve problems.
Don't solve problems. Brilliant.
What do you make of the this big problem in the church not wanting gay people to be priests? Does that concern you?
No.
No.
It's a problem if you're gay, and it's a problem if you go to church and you don't like gays, but I don't go to church, and I'm not gay. There's certain problems that just go over your head.
If you were gay, Carl, what would you do?
I'll do what all gays do, I suppose.
What's that?
Whatever it is they do. I'm just saying...
Well, you don't just say, what if you didn't?
I'm not gay, so I don't know.
So, we'll get him gay marriage. Would you ever go through with that?
What if I was gay?
Well...
It's hard to answer, isn't it? How can I answer it if I'm not gay? I don't know what I'd do.
Well, no,
I might not
okay.
look like this. I'd look totally different if I was gay.
Why?
Even though it's me mum's and my dad's jeers or whatever, I'd look different because gays do. You make more of an effort. Look at me. I won't survive as a gay man. Maybe that's why I'm not one.
Right, Carl, I'm going to give you a scenario though, okay? I'm going to test. Would you rather... So you're not gay, okay, this is the real you, right? Someone put a gun to your head and go, right, okay, Carl, you've either got to marry a little gay fella. There's a little fella here, he loves you. He's liked you for a long time. He goes, hello, Carl. You go, alright, mate. He's a lovely bloke. I think he lives in Brighton. I think he's in advertising.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's got a
Brighton.
sports car. He's smart. He looks lovely. Pink shirt, white suit. He's great. He's very popular. Got tints. He always looks good. Right, lovely tan. He's about 38.
What's his name?
His name is Graham.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's he expecting that?
Yeah. And he goes, hello, Carl. You go, all right, Graham. And someone suddenly bursts in and goes, right, you've either got to marry Graham. He puts a gun to your head. He goes, right, you've either got to marry Graham. Okay. You've got to tell all your family.
Well, no, I'm not going to marry them.
What? Whoa, you know the choices.
Well, I know one of the choices, and I'm not happy with that choice. So you go with whatever else.
Well, no.
So what's the other option, Rick?
Well, okay. So you marry Graham, and
I won't be marrying Graham.
you do all the things in the bedroom.
Why's that happening?
Well, you're married now.
You're married now, and he wants to consummate the marriage. He loves
Even
you.
under marriage, you can't do that, can you? You can say, hang on a minute.
Well, no.
I don't know why you married Graham.
No, but you want him to be happy. You want him to be happy. He's giving you a lovely house.
Yeah, but I'd say, Graham, hang on a minute. You know the score. I'm not into this.
No,
I
he
went along
doesn't
with it
know.
because you didn't want a bullet in your head.
No.
Now, if you love me, will you stop doing that?
Stop doing what?
What are you doing in the bedroom?
Well, no, just, you have a lovely life. You do your own thing. You do this, right? Podcast, do your little books and that. Little, and Graham goes off, he does his, and he comes back, he goes, oh, I've had a day. What's the matter, Graham? And you just sort of massage him, he's just like, you go, oh.
I'll go with the other option.
Well, wait, Carl! So you're going, oh, God, I've made you some pork chop. He goes, oh, you're a darling, right?
It wouldn't work, though, because you're putting two people together who don't want to be together.
Well, Graham wants to be with you.
Yeah, Graham loves you.
Relationship's two-way, innit? And this is a made-up man, and I know I don't like him.
That's just homophobic.
No, it's not. He's annoying me.
Why? He's a lovely
Why is he annoying
It's
you?
the way he looks after his body.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's tanning it, he's having a massage. I wouldn't be doing all that, so it wouldn't last. The relationship wouldn't work.
But talking yin and yang.
No, it doesn't work.
Opposites attract, okay?
Not to
And
that point, it doesn't.
He's good to you. He's really, though, he's oh, God, he's faithful.
He's got a good job.
He's got a really good job. You get invited to really nice parties.
It's just him. I don't like him.
What are you doing?
painted
Oh,
a
that's a
bad
shame.
picture.
He absolutely
Such a
loves
funny
you.
you.
That
He's
happens,
such a
doesn't it? It happens that I remember
Right.
being at school with a girl who really liked me, and I was
Yeah.
like, "It's not going to happen, Sharon."
No,
It's gonna happen.
the first.
And that's
day-
Sharon, not Graham. So the chances of me letting this Graham move in.
Well, you've moved in with him, right? He's got a lovely, bigger, got a 6-bedroom house. Of
course he has.
And you move in with him, right? The first day you go, oh, I'm not happy with this, because you're thinking, oh my God, oh God, first day in marriage, what's it going to go? He goes off, he gives you a peck on the
What's
head.
the option?
Well,
What's
wait.
the other choice?
Well, you don't know. Yeah, okay. So he comes home, he goes, oh, he's bought you a lovely little ankle bracelet.
Oh, that's
with,
sweet of him.
with Carl. Carl love.
Graham, I need a word.
I go, what is it? What's up, love? What's the matter? Go, I'll be Graham. Right, okay. I'll be Graham. What's the matter? You look tense.
This is all, we live in a lie here.
Well, yeah, but it's just the alternative is so much worse.
What's the alternative?
Well,
What is the alternative, Rick? I think we're all waiting for that.
we'll marry a chimp.
Marry a chimp.
Yeah. Unless you either live with a chimp in a tree or marry Graham, your family are going to get killed. Someone's going to shoot them, right? So you have to decide what you want to do. Do you want to go and live in a tree with a chimp and eat nothing but bananas and just live the chimp world? Okay.
Yeah.
Or woo Graham. You go down there, you're chatting to him, you're just in a club, right? You're there.
But who's watching that I'm staying with
Whoever
Graham all
this
the
evil
time?
The person is right, yes, yeah.
Well, hang
But
on,
where's he watching from?
The evil person's going, right, he goes to that club Saturday nights. Don't bother going before midnight. He won't be there. Right, so you get there, you walk in there, it's 1 a.m, and he goes, that's him over there in the pink shirt dancing. Okay?
Right, he wouldn't like me.
He would. You go, no, you go.
This is it, you've got to win him over.
Look at you. Look at your lovely shaved head, hairy arms. Oh my God. I mean, you are more suited to the chimp, but no, you'll go down the storm, right? You go down there. You've got a little vest on, leather trousers.
What would you say to Graham? You've got
back.
to go over.
You've cut out. You've got a bought another pair of trousers and you've cut out the back. Okay, there you go in. Your arse is showing. You've got a freshly shaved head. You've got a little white vest. Okay.
Has he got all this on?
No, he's got like a little pink Ben Sherman, white trousers and espadrilles.
Right, I'd dance over.
Yeah?
I'd say, you Graham, and go, yeah.
Oh, hello. Who are you?
Say, never mind, you haven't seen a chimp about, have you?
Hello, welcome to episode 2 of the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Ricky Gervais.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I just feel bad about Graham. I feel sorry for Graham.
Don't feel sorry for
Well, he
Graham.
was a nice guy, and he
She's
absolutely
just so badly treated.
took you into his home. He was going to give you everything, and you just didn't appreciate, and was saving your family's life. And you just.
Yeah, but I went for the other option. There's no point. All I'd be doing is letting Graham down. And as much as I didn't like him, I don't want to ruin his
I
life.
don't know why you didn't like him.
He was just not my type.
a
You
lovely
know,
guy.
he wasn't a lovely guy.
You didn't give
Why
him
wasn't he a
enough
lovely
time.
guy?
Just his ways, you know. I mean, you bond with some people, you don't with others. It had nothing to do with him.
You barely even had a
Being
conversation with him.
Yeah, but you click straight away with people, don't you? You know when you meet someone, you go, yeah, they're all right. It wasn't going to work. If I was to go out with a gay man, Graham wouldn't be the one.
Who would be?
Who would be?
Just someone who wasn't as in your face as him.
Well, which
Just
celebrity?
someone,
What's mean in your face? What?
just sort of, you know, just the way he was straight away. I wouldn't go to a club to meet someone like that. I wouldn't. Because I don't like doing that as a straight man. So just because I'm gay, I don't suddenly get into house.
Well, if you were going to be gay, what gay man would you want to marry?
Probably someone who you don't know is gay.
I don't know what that means.
Someone who's just quiet about it, just get on with it.
So if you were gay, you'd like a sort of straight man.
No, because that's not going to work either, is it? That was my situation with Graham.
But how do you know if how would you if you were gay? Why would you approach someone who didn't know was gay?
Well, so if you're gay, the only gay life you can do is by going to a club where it's a racket at 4 in the morning and meeting
No,
someone.
no.
Right then, so that's
But
what I'm saying.
I'm saying, who would be your ideal partner if you were gay? Who would you like?
It'll be someone who I don't know who's gay, innit?
I don't know what that means. What do you mean it was someone you don't know?
Because I wouldn't go out with someone who's really like, oh hello, and all that with the shirt open. The
Why
tan.
not?
Because that's the equivalent of going out with a woman who's got knickers up her arse, and you know, it's the equivalent. It's the in-your-face woman and the in-your-face man. I don't want any of you.
Well, who do you want?
Well, Lou, what's your sort of
Someone
guy? Okay, well, just say what your sort of guy is then. Do you want him to be sort of like a man's man, sort of goes, you know, slap? He sort of like, when you go, do something, you go, you dopey idiot, and he just sort of gives you.
No, I don't want that.
No, you want someone to go, oh, what's the matter with you? Do you want yourself better? Well, what do you want?
What do you mean,
I'm asking you what you want.
Petal. I don't
Yeah,
want
what do you
any of
want
that.
in a man? I'm asking you what
The
you want.
ones who are just normal, who just could talk, they'll go, alright Carl, how's it going? Yeah, I'm alright mate, yeah, I'm good.
Right?
What are we doing tonight? Watching Die Hard, if you want. Go straight to bed after that? Yeah.
Oh, now it's straight in there. I love the fact he went from like not being sure to
No.
just like getting a man.
But not great, it wouldn't be 4 a.m. I'd be living my life as I am now,
Right?
but I'd be a gay man.
Yeah. Okay. So
Because I'm me, aren't I? So
Yeah.
that's not going to change.
No. Why would it? No. So I'm just trying to. Carl, all we're trying to establish what sort of guy you go for. Okay, we've settled that. If sorry about if any people feel sorry for Graham, sorry about that. But that's settled. What I thought we could do, Carl, on this, the brand new 5th series of the Ricky Gervais Show, we're talking about things that have happened since we met, looking back, what have you learned, where are we going forward from this. I thought we could play Room 101, the popular TV show where people cast the things they hate into Room 101 forever. Room 101, of course, is taken from George Orwell's 1984. Room of all your fears and terrors, and so.
Is there a copyright issue here? Can we just steal this idea?
Well, yeah. Well, let's play Room 102.
Clever.
This is the room next door to Room 101, which is worse in my opinion.
Is it?
Oh, Winston Smith. He'd love to be in Room 101 if he went to Room. He'd go, "Oh, get me back to Room. I didn't know where. Oh, I didn't know I was born. This is much worse." So, Carl, these are things that really annoy you. Don't put in things like, you know, cancer and racism. I mean, that goes without
They're already
saying.
in there.
They're already in there. All the terrible things in life here. This is just your little bugbears, the things that really annoy you. That, you know. Well, I actually did the real show, and I put in things like lateness. That's my bugbear. I can't stand it. I think I put in parents who let their kids run riot. Parents who think that everyone is interested in their kid as much as they are. I remember I was talking about this family, right? They were passing the baby around in a restaurant, and it was like being sick, and they were all shouting about it, and I was thinking, oh, and I got onto, oh yeah, they were breastfeeding it, and at one point I went on this sort of like digression about a friend of mine who moved to the country, and the woman next door, sort of this hippie woman next door, about 40, you know, one of those sort of like long grey hair, you know what I mean? Shave your legs and stop wearing flip-flops.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, we're just neighbours and we brought you round a rice pudding. And they gave my friend a rice pudding. And she went, oh, it's made from breast milk because I'm still lactating. And I went, thanks very much. And of course she went and they threw it away and washed the dish and gave it back to her. And it annoyed me. The arrogance of coming round and saying, it's rice pudding made by breast milk. Get out of here, you dirty hippie.
Is that what you'd have said though if she'd arrived?
No, I'd have said, oh, do you know what? I'm breast milk intolerant. No. Well, I remember the next day it went out on television. A journalist said, "Oh, Ricky Gervais showed his misogynist side." No, I stand by it. I don't eat strangers' breast milk. I'm saying about it totally natural. Well, it's not okay. It's a cum sandwich. It doesn't matter if it's natural. It's fucking disgusting. Don't make me a rice pudding out of breast milk. You know, I'm not a fussy eater.
Sure. Well, you are.
Yeah.
But no, I know what you mean.
Surely you'd draw the line there of a stranger's breast milk.
Oh yeah. No, absolutely. Any kind of jizz plan.
Jizz plan, do you know what I mean?
That's giving you an example of the sort of thing that one might put into Room 102.
Yeah, people who try and make you eat their breast milk disguised as rice pudding.
It's quite a specific fear.
Yeah.
That one.
Graham.
Oh, come on. He doesn't deserve that.
Slugs was in there.
Slugs. So, then there's you have to put a case forward, and me and Steve decide whether slugs go in or whether they stay out, whether they've got a purpose.
It's just because I'm having a problem with slugs at the moment. There's a lot of slugs coming in the house.
Why?
Don't know. They can get where like water can't. You know what I mean? Because they're boneless, aren't they? So I need a little gap.
So it's water boneless. There's not many bones in water.
No, that's what I said.
Yeah, but you're saying they can get somewhere the water can't.
Yeah, no, they're even more likely to because they sort of move about and that, and they're looking for light. Water's just happy where it is. You understand what I'm saying?
Why banish them all to room 102, slugs? Because they're harmless, aren't they?
Yeah, but I also think, at the end of the day, they're happy wherever. So stick them in room 102. They're not bothering me, and they're happy. They're not bothered what the room is.
No. This is a metaphor. Room 102 means they disappear from existence. There's not really a room where you put in slugs with people making rice pudding out of their breast milk. There's not really. No, it's not. You can't rent that room. We're saying, would you take slugs out of existence?
That's quite a tough call, isn't it? Because everyone's going to have a go. But I don't know what they do. All I know is they're clogging up my piping. I had to go out and buy a plunger. I hadn't seen them since like comics when I was a kid. And I suddenly thought I need one of them things that I always saw in comics. I never thought I'd need one of them in my life. 2008. I've got slugs in my pipes. So I went out, £3 it was. I had no idea what the going rate is for a plunger.
Where did you go and get one?
It's a hardware shop round the corner. So I went round there, said, you got a plunger? He said, what size do you want? I said, what size have you got? He said, we've got 3 different sizes. I said, I'll have the middle one. So that was £3. And took it back, gave it a bit of a plunge. And I think it was slugs. All bits of black stuff came up. I think it was slugs in there, broken up slugs.
Well, hang on. That could just be black gunk, couldn't it?
No, it looked very sluggish. Because remember, I've had a problem with them anyway. I'll go to the toilet or whatever, look round, there's a slug climbing up the wall out of the shower basin thing.
Are you sure it's a slug?
Yeah, definitely slugs. I have to keep chucking them out because I don't like killing anything.
No.
I don't want to kill the slugs with slug pellets. I bought some copper ribbon.
Right, they don't like going over that.
They don't like that. They get a little shock
charge, yeah.
But now that should be a warning. But instead they're diverting. They've done a diversion. They've gone up the wall and across. Now it's like that's a warning. That's like having a no trespassing sign.
Yeah.
And they're just going bollocks to that. And they're getting in, and it's annoying me. And now you get to a point when you do say, well, if they carry on like this, I'll have to kill them because they're not. How much?
They're not playing by the rules.
I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the purpose is. You just sit there still. I don't see him doing anything. I was looking at one close up.
But what do you want to do? Be
light
reading Rousseau. What do you want a slug to do?
In the same way you see a bee collecting pollen, good, it's doing its little work.
But
ants carrying big leaves or whatever. But the slug's just sat in the
They're
middle
all
of the
doing the
kitchen.
same thing. They're all doing the same thing. That slug is out. It's eating. It's finding food.
There's no food in our kitchen for a slug, believe me. There's not enough there for me sometimes. But never mind a slug. There's nothing for it. Definitely not in the shower. What's he doing? So I told you ages ago about how they cause more problems than good. They eat cabbage,
Right.
when they shouldn't be. They get in letterboxes and nick stamps.
They don't nick stamps.
They eat the stamps. They like the glue on it.
Right.
Is this a big problem though? Is there an epidemic of slugs eating stamps?
But I think it is, and that's why they're so slow. I think they're sweating glue. Right? They're eating all them, and that's why they're sticking to stuff. Have you ever picked up a slug? Well sticky. They give off this glue. It's like all the glue they've eaten off stamps. They panic, and when they sweat glue.
Sweat! Think of a glug! A slug! What do you mean they sweat glue? You're making up nature. This is like Attenborough but made up.
When you see a slug,
Yeah.
you prod it, it gets nervous, it wants to run off. But the problem is, because it's sweating glue,
It's not sweating glue!
it makes sense.
That's not
It's just a nonsense theory.
It's just what I've noticed on them.
Right, Rick, do you allow slugs in room 102?
Well, I think we should, if they're going to be gone forever, then we should We should put a case forward. They're amazing creatures.
But you haven't got them in your house, it'd be different. All you've got is people coming around saying, do you want some rice pudding? That isn't a world problem.
That wasn't me.
Alright, whatever it was.
No, but they're amazing. They've got 2 sets of like antennae. The one at the top is for light, and the next one is that they can smell and get food in the air, just the slightest.
What do they do for the world?
They're food. If only.
It's not good enough, that. Not good enough.
What do you mean? But that's the ultimate sacrifice. Surely them being food for
Who's
something.
eating them?
Hedgehogs.
Do they like them?
Yeah, they love them. They love slugs.
Do they?
Yeah.
The thing is, though, if you're always going to upset someone, aren't you? With anything I put in room 1
No,
or
you just
2.
got to make a reasoned case, and I'm not sure that you've argued well enough.
I'm just having problems with them at the moment. I spent £3 on a plunger, and I don't like the idea that every time I get up in the night to go into the toilet or whatever, I've got to put the light on because I might have a bit of sluggage between my toes.
Sluggage, a little bit of sluggage between my toes.
But
I mean,
if you're going to put everything in your house that causes problems, what else are we going to have here?
No,
boilers.
I'm not. It's just, I mean, at the end of the day, you only moan about what's fresh on your mind at the moment, and I haven't, how many slugs are going to be stuck to the ceiling and everything.
Right, okay, so we need to move on. So you are not putting them in?
I'm not putting slugs in.
Alright, slugs have not gone in, Carl, I'm afraid.
What's your next one?
Okay, number 2.
People who don't want to do what the brains would be better at doing.
Right, okay, no, I'll get around that sentence. Now, tell me again.
Brains that don't want to do what their owners are good at.
So now it's the brain's fault. Before you said you were going to put people in who don't do what their brain's good at, but now you've changed that. Now you're putting the blame on the brain. Now you want to put in brains who don't want to do what their owners are good at. I like the fact that you own a brain.
Okay, no, I just need a bit more clarification, Rick. Before you ask questions, can you just expand on that point, please, KP?
Do you know, like, people decide what they want to do,
Right.
don't they, for a living? Mm-hmm. But sometimes they're not good enough.
Right.
You mean they have a dream and they can't fulfill it because they haven't got the skill or...
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're not good for anything.
No.
It's just that they haven't unlocked the thing that they're good at.
Right.
Which is fair enough. You can't always find what's going on. There's a lot going on in the brain.
Yeah.
There might be something up there that you just never find, which is sad.
Right.
But
You mean you may never discover your full potential because you may never stumble across it. You may never have the means.
Yeah.
But that of course. Yeah.
I only got into hospital radio because my dad was in hospital. So I found out about this thing and I thought, I didn't even know this existed. I want to go
Well,
at
of course. So I mean, there's much bigger issues there that the poor working class people don't get the same opportunities. People in third world, when you're worrying about whether you're going to live through the next few days, you don't start thinking, I wonder if I can play the cello.
Can I refer you back though, Rick? You made an interesting point there, but I fear that's not exactly what Carl was saying. I don't think that his point was quite that profound.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant.
Yeah, I don't know. There was something to do with the brain not allowing its owner.
Yeah, because that's the bit that annoys me. Fair enough if a brain hasn't decided what it wants to do, because you.
What is this?
Let him finish.
God, this
Because it
thing
hasn't
about the
finished.
brain
Shut up,
because it
being
hasn't-
in charge, like the numbskulls.
Because it hasn't found its destiny type thing.
Brain
But
phone its destiny.
when someone is good at something and they know the brain is good at something, but then they don't want to do it and they want to go off and do something else.
Sorry, who's to blame here? The person or the brain? I'm talking like him now.
I don't know what-
Who are you putting into room 102? What annoys you? A brain that doesn't let its owner know what it's good at, or an owner that won't do what the brain wants to
I think
do?
it's the owner, because say like a bloke who's good at plumbing,
Yeah.
his brain loves plumbing. His brain loves plumbing. He's sick of plumbing, so he goes off to try and.
Unplumb.
No, he's going to do something else.
He's gonna do something else.
He's carpentry.
Now they say in this country the problem is we haven't got enough tradesmen.
Right.
We don't have enough plumbers.
Right.
There's enough plumbers' brains.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
Shut up.
What are you talking
Shut
about?
up. Let him please finish.
Because
This is like beds and pillows again.
brains have not changed over the years. The brain is exactly the same, but it's the owner of the brain that's in charge. The brain could be going, I want to go for a walk, or I want to go and find something out. But if your body's too lazy to get up and go and see the stuff, the brain isn't going to get what it wants.
It doesn't make
What do
sense,
you-
Carl.
Alright,
You
imagine
are your
this.
brain.
Let me-
Okay, you could have a good point if you said this. You could say that everyone's brain has the ability to become a plumber.
Yeah.
Your brain, yeah.
But I don't know if it has, you see, because this is the thing. When I was younger, when I first left school, I had 2 jobs I wanted to do. I wanted to be a joiner, right, or a car mechanic. I had a go at sort of joinery. Couldn't really get my head around it. Right? Did work